Math Module 2, Lesson 28. I can solve division word problems involving multi-digit division with group size unknown and the number of groups unknown. Make sure everything I do in the video you're doing in your workbook. If you need to pause to catch up, do it. If you're a little lost, you probably should rewind. Good luck! Problem number 1. Ava is saving for a new computer that costs $1,218. She has already saved half of the money. Ava earns $14 per hour. How many hours must Ava work in order to save the rest of the money? So let's draw a tape diagram just to show what this problem's asking. So here's the cost of the computer. So $1,218. Well, says she's already saved half. So she's already saved this much. So how many hours must Ava work in order to save the rest? Well, she earns $14 an hour. So our question is, how many 14s? Because she makes $14 for each hour. So the first thing I need to do is I need to get rid of how much she's already saved. So we're going to do the 1,218, which is our total right now, divided by half. Well, if I'm dividing something in half, I'm dividing by 2. So 1 divided by 2, I can't do. 1's too tiny. 12 divided by 2 I can do. That's 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Subtract 0, 0. Bring down the 1. So 1 divided by 2 I can't do, so I'm going to put a 0. 0 times 2 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. Bring down the 8. 18 divided by 2, or how many 2's can go into 18? Well, that's 9. 9 times 2 is 18. Subtract, it's a beautiful thing. So it's $609 is how much she saved. So let's add that. So now that's half of the money. So the other half is $609 too, but I need to figure it out how many hours she's working in order to save the other half. So I'm going to take the total that she's got left to save still, which is 609. I'm going to divide it by, well, how much does she make per hour? Because I've got to figure out how many hours. So she makes $14 an hour. So 6 divided by 14, I can't do. 6 is too tiny. 14 is too large. So now I think of 60. So how many 14s fit into 60? Well, let's do our toolbox. So I have 14. I'm going to act like it's 15. 15, 30, 45, 60. So let's try 4. 4 times 4, 16, carry the 10. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 56 is really close to 60. So we're going to put a 4 in the quotient above that 0. 4 times 14, well, we already have that. It's 56. 0 minus 6 I can't do, so I'm going to borrow from the 6 and make it a 5, and that 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 5 minus 5 is 0. Then I bring down, because that's my next step. So now I have 49 divided by 14. So let's try 14 times 3 in my toolbox. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry over 10. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4, so 42. So let's put a 3 in my quotient. 3 times 14, 42. 9 minus 2 is 7, 0. All right, let's keep going. I've got a remainder. So I bring down after I subtract. So now I have 70. So 14 into 70. So let's try 14 times 5. Because 14 times 4 was 56. 5 times 4 is 20. Carry the 2. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is... Ooh, yeah, I love those. So 70 divided by 14 is 5. 5 times 14, well, I already know is 70. 0, which you know I can't fit. So, bring up my decimal. So 43 and a half, but look at my question. How many hours? So 43 and a half hours is how much Ava must work in order to save the rest of her money. So let's put that in an answer statement. Ava will work 43 and a half or 43 and 5/10 hours to save the rest of the money. So make sure you showed all the work.